The latest read from the Consumer Price Index showing inflation jumped 9.1% over the past year, the fastest pace in 4 decades. Inflation was also up about 1.3% month over month. ABC News business correspondent Alexis Christopher is here with more. So, Alexis, earlier today, we had a chance to speak with Cecilia Rouse, the two of us, the chair of the White House Council of Economic Advisors. What did you make of her response, and also the response from the White House with regard to today's report?
Well, Kira, I think that Cecilia Rouse told us what we expected to hear, that, the economy and inflation remains President Biden's #1 priority, especially as we move closer to the midterm elections. Voters have stated that that is their #1 concern. And she also reiterated the fact that the president doesn't believe he has a whole bunch of tools in the toolbox to fight inflation. She talked about him tapping the strategic oil reserves, trying to get more oil onto the market amid the Russia invasion of Ukraine. And I also asked her about tariffs, because that is one tool that President Biden could almost implement immediately. And those tariffs I'm talking about are those that were imposed by his predecessor, Donald Trump, against Chinese goods. And even his administration has admitted if they roll back those tariffs, we could see some pricing pressures ease, and that would certainly help on the inflation front. We pressed her a little bit on that, and Cecilia Rouse said that while President Biden is looking at that as an option, she didn't provide us any kind of a timeline as to when those tariffs may roll back.
Okay, any bright spots, you think, in today's numbers? I mean, it seems like prices just keep going up and up on just about everything.
Yeah, so we dug into this report, and you can see that it is broad-based, the price increases. So gasoline up 11.2% month over month, food up 1%, used cars higher again, up 1.6% month over month. Also rent, a big component of this inflation report is rent, and that just keeps on going up. And we know housing has gotten more expensive as mortgage rates rise, which has pushed some people out of the market to buy a home back into rentals. So it's sort of this vicious cycle, and you're seeing rent prices continuing to move higher. You asked about a bright spot. I tried to find you one. There it is there in green with the green arrow. Airfares actually down 1.8%. I know that's hard to believe because demand for travel has been so high during this time, and still prices are much higher compared to what we're used to, but they did come down a little bit last month.
We've been trying to plan vacations. Let me tell you what, it's like triple the price on those tickets right now. So can we expect them to go down any soon? I mean, even some of the airlines have told me when I've been wanting to book tickets ahead for the holidays to wait a little bit.
Even they're telling you that. That's telling you something, right? Well, one of the biggest costs for an airline is fuel, and we've seen oil prices skyrocket, and that's a big reason why, coupled with demand, that those higher fuel prices, big reason why the airline ticket prices are higher. If fuel prices can come down in a meaningful way, airlines may move that cost on to consumers. But just like you, Kira, I hate to break it to you, a lot of folks are looking at holiday travel, myself included. I decided not to travel over the summer, thought maybe we'll take a trip over the Christmas holiday. I think if we decide to do that, we're both going to be paying top dollar to do it.
Yep, we've already made the mistake of booking a rent trip. Wish I would have held off. Okay, according to Moody's Analytics. But hey, look, we should be lucky we can even take a vacation, right?
Very true.
Moody's Analytics, American households needed to spend, what, $493 more last month to actually purchase the same goods and services that they did a year ago. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
So, yeah, so let's talk about how that's just impacting people's budgets right now. And is there a little hope on the horizon?
Well, I always like to think there's a little hope on the horizon, but when you look at the average income in this country, it's about $80,000. If a family of 4 is paying nearly $500 more for the same goods and services than they were just a month ago, that's a real strain on their finances. So, this is the time to really hunker down. Think about, what do I need to spend versus what do I want? Take a look at those subscriptions. Do you need 5 or 6 or 7 different, paper subscriptions or subscriptions to different video services? Are there little ways in your daily life that you can pull back? Because those little ways, those are the things that really start to add up. And if you can hold off on big purchases like buying a home or a car, now would be the time to hold off.
All right, so what do you think? Has inflation peaked, or will things get worse before they get better?
You know, a lot of people were hoping that this report today would show that inflation has peaked. You know, today's report did not include the drop we've seen in gas prices over the past few weeks, because this report today reflects June's prices, and that's when gas was over $5 a gallon. So the next month's report, which will reflect July's numbers, should be a little better. A lot of those commodity prices have come down, but again, all the forces working against prices continuing to be the case here. Supply chain issues, the war in Ukraine, high demand, all continuing to work to keep prices at elevated levels, Kira.
All right, Lexus, thanks so much.
Sure.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.